Hello, friends. Okay, so today is 33 of 100. This is Amanda Roberts, and as most of you know by now, I'm doing 100 lives and 100-day challenge, and today's day 33. It's kind of fun. I have been on this cycle where most people have said, even in our group of us that are doing these 100 lives and 100 days, they've said, well, how do you create content, or how do you know what to say? And for me, I just pray about it and I let go. I don't have a script. I just go with what I feel inclined to share. And last night I talked about, letting it go. And some of my friends commented and said, cut those people. And I've been on this trend of eliminating. It's like taking that tree in the fall that's, and trimming the tree, trimming off the dead leaves, the branches, cutting those things. And it's, like last night I talked about, we so often let people still have an impact in our lives that maybe don't belong and don't need to be there. Sometimes they're the people closest to us if we're allowing that into us. And so what I wanted to come on here and tell you this morning is you've got to listen to people's actions. Now you may be thinking, how can you listen to actions? Let's think about this. If you tell someone, hey, this is how it is, and they don't respect what you've said, or they say, oh, yeah, but they're not listening to what you're speaking, they're not respecting the things that you've said. So a great example would be, hey, I got to work on me. I have to. And so you think about it, and it's like, I've told my group, my core group, you have to love yourself. And I'm on this personal journey trying to figure me out. And the only reason that I'm coming live today, the only reason, is because I've committed to this 100 lives in 100 days. Today, I'm silent. I'm not answering my phone. I'm not texting anybody because I keep telling myself I am going to go silent. I am going to unplug. I am going to take care of me. I am going to listen to what God has intended for me. I am going to follow His will for my life. I keep saying I need 4 days to unplug, and then what am I doing? Texting the people that I've told, hey, I may not hear, you may not hear. What am I doing? I'm doing everything opposite because of the negative in the back, that negative voice in your head that's like, well, you owe that person an explanation. Well, you owe that. No, God is doing work in me. He's not working in other people to benefit me. He's working in me. And in order for me to get to the best possible place mentally, emotionally, physically, I have to work on me. And I recognized after a couple of conversations the last 48 hours, phone calls, and I talked about it last night, that just left me feeling exhausted. The only thing I'm doing today, Yvette, is going to get my kids. They're an hour and a half away. I'm going to go pick them up and bring them home. I'm going to love on them when they get home. But in this week, I'm like, I thought last week was my week that I was going to unplug and be there and recharge. But I realize I started this last Unstoppable Influencer, my second Unstoppable Influencer Challenge last Monday, you guys. And I know that my year, 2019, is about getting to the best place I'm supposed to be in, figuring out my purpose, finding myself, not based on what other people's opinions are or the people that are there for us, but sometimes they have an ulterior motive, or sometimes the people that they want to support us, but they don't really know how because they don't understand. And sometimes I have a great thing is like, sometimes people will tell us exactly what they mean, and we start to pull it apart and dig it apart and try and find, well, they said this, they said, that job may not be for me because I got to work on my skill set, and we'll see where I am in 90 days. But we're thinking there's an ulterior motive and they're still dabbling in that business, but they haven't taken a leap of faith yet. And so instead of allowing that person, we try and internalize and try and reprogram what it is that person has told us to fit into what we want. And in reality, we need to check ourselves. We need to work on ourselves. We need to stop reading into what other people say and create 4 different assumptions in our head of what was really being told, when sometimes people are honest. Believe it or not, sometimes people are honest when they say, hey, just like me. I mean, this week, I need to unplug. I need to recharge and I need to work on me. I've got 2 courses I'm taking. I'm working on my health. I'm working on my happiness. I'm working on the things that make me happy. And before I can truly dive in and be the best version of me, I've been trying to please everybody else, and I can't do it anymore. If I want to be the best mom and the best person in a relationship and the best everything, I got to look inside and I got to practice what I preach. So if I tell people, hey, leave me alone, and they don't listen, and I just keep doing it, that's on me. It's not on the person. But I also have to pay attention to people's actions. We have to pay attention to the signs that God continues to give to us. Because sometimes He removes us from a situation so that we can work on things because He has a greater purpose. Maybe that person is supposed to be your very best friend in the whole wide world. Maybe that person is supposed to be, your mentor in business. Maybe that person is supposed to be your accountability partner through whatever you're going through. Maybe that person is supposed to be in a romantic relationship with you. But until you are happy with you, until you know because you've done the work on you, then all you're doing is spinning your wheels. And you may say that you're changing things. You may be saying that you're changing the cycle. But how are you really changing the cycle if I'm saying, as somebody pops on here, Josh, I'm not going to talk to you all week because I'm working on me. But then we have emotions and we have free will and we have things going on inside of us. And then we feel guilt and we feel that negative wants to talk and come back up. You got to pray about it, you guys, and you've got to stay true to you. Whatever you've been called to do, whatever you keep saying all year long, I need to get to the best place about me so that I can be the entrepreneur I'm supposed to be, the mom I'm supposed to be, the partner in life that I'm supposed to be, that I can figure out my true picture perfect purpose. And so that I can have an influence to become the unstoppable influencer I know God has intended for me to be. So I'll be doing my lives. But for those friends out there that don't hear from me, everything's great. But I gotta go and I gotta do the work and I've gotta meditate and I've gotta do the courses and I've gotta watch the diet and I've gotta do it. And He will allow me to have periods where you just know, because we've got to take care. Whatever you keep feeling, that sign, that nudge, that overwhelming sense of what you're supposed to do it. Stop ignoring it. Stop. You've got to do you guys. So you'll see me tomorrow. This week is going to be the best week ever. It's like God has peeled back those Band-Aids, peeled back those first layers of that onion, and He is doing the work to helping me become the best possible version of me, the person that He wants me to be. So I love you guys. If this resonates with any of you, feel free to send me a message and let me know. Those boundaries are important. I keep talking about that boundaries book. I think I'm going to be rereading it this week. I've set a goal for one new book, or one reread a week, and boundaries is going to be it, because there's a lot of places in my life where I have allowed those boundaries that I attempt to put in place be moved, or I allow them to become translucent. And it's time. We've got to do the work on us. Stop blaming everybody else and look inside. Have a great day, you guys.